have looked. I'm excited to see, though, Abaddon as a core, unofficial on Gaming Gladiators. We'll see if OT have a chance to stand up against them as we're jumping into our second series, our first game. It is going to be our casters, Beak Up and Lacoste.
Thank you very much. Coming into this series, into this game, Ooredoo Thunders against Gaming Gladiators. We've seen Gaming Gladiators continue to be strong after the major.
Yes, for Marcy. That's the big one. Yeah. Drow Ranger sitting at 12 denies, TA 2000.
Right click's coming in, the Curse of Avernus, and they're just going to run down under the tower. Like, he throws the shards out, the Aphotic Shield pops, they
get him as well.
And they're going to get Omar too. Tag team or not, you're probably dead. Now Celery knows he's going to die to the tower, so he just goes down. He'll come back full health, full mana, and with nobody around, that's a well worth death. Most
definitely. He knows that there's not going to be anyone to pick up any kind of experience. Cookie, one more hit.
Yeah, Curse of Avernus again. So now you're silenced. You can't Cookie away. Like, this is such a dangerous lane to play into.
Dyrachyo even put a second point in Curse.
Oh boy. That's not going to be fun to deal with. They get the Undying Ace, though. Body blocks from Tofu, trying to keep him off the Marcy. Yeah, there it is. Finally, getting the kill on to Marcy. It took a little bit of shimmying around the trees, but get that vision to get that last hit, and ends up being a
lane becomes, I'd say, unplayable, especially if she's full HP. Look at that damage now.
Yeah, Tofu needed to be careful, but the sidekick comes out.
Now oh, no.
Bushwhack into the dispose, and Corey, well, just as quickly as you TP'd into the lane, you're dead back in the grave and back into the base.
No. Oh, this is a rough one. This is how you ruin the perfect lane for TA 2000, who's still level 5. Quinn is level 6, so might go for a solo kill.
Waning Rip, Pulse Nova going, and they get the decay, but they've got the snowball coming over from the side from Omar. There's the tether from Celery. Quinn lands a stun, but he's still going to die. Might be able to trade, only stopping the salve, so that's not going to go exactly perfectly, but they do eventually get Noob with Tofu coming over from the bottom lane. Still even thinking about going for the Undying.
Racho here.
He knows
one versus one. Yeah, they like this hero just doesn't die, especially when he gets close to level 6, unless they bring the numbers. And speaking of numbers, this is going to be a third hero.
Yeah, that's what you need. And Dyrachyo, like, it's unfortunate, but that's what needs to happen for Ooredoo Thunders. That's the only way he's dying in that lane.
Or if he does a classic Dyrachyo move, decides to dive tier 2 tower. Look at how aggressive Gaming Gladiators are playing. Right now, they've been underneath the tier 2 tower. Noob does have coil available.
Yeah, didn't end up using it in the top lane. They had the snowball follow-up. They were fine. Bushwhack lands on 2. Acorn shot and the stun. Look how quickly Noob just dies. Quinn gets the kill, the snowball. Well, Omar, one more right click from Quinn. That's going to be a double. They chose to look to take that engagement, and they pay for it dearly.
They wanted to separate the lanes, play a bit more aggressive on the mid lane. Which,
look at where they are
now
again.
Nefret, he looks very dead. Those bushwhacks from Tofu, really on point.
Yeah, it's under the tower. It doesn't matter. Gaming Gladiators just... I think they think their side of the map is the entirety of the map because everybody's playing past the towers. This is insane.
They planted the deep.
Yeah, they're really confident in Noob. He's trying to do the same thing, but I feel like it's more in fear that he's running behind the tier 1 tower, and eventually he will drop to Quinn, who's now on a killing spree.
He's like, guys, it's really working out for Gaming Gladiators. We should also play behind towers.
And take a look at those odds brought to you by esportsbet.io, and it's already Gaming Gladiators 1.09. This is definitely favoring Gaming Gladiators at the moment. They're going to bring 3 heroes down bottom again to go after Ace. And they did the same to go for top and get that kill, but now Ace trying to sweep the bushwhack. Oh my god, Tofu! Ace, no way he survives this. He's trying to get the kill on a TA 2000 and eventually falls, but Tofu giving him all the time in the world to try and get it more than just one kill. It looks like eventually Tofu every now and then, but you see Dyrachyo just runs forward, and then there's the withdrawal back from that Snapfire. Actually going towards mid, they're bringing 4 heroes over. They've got the Dream Coil back off cooldown, and look at the damage coming into Quinn. They finally get a kill there onto this Leshrac, and Dyrachyo TP's into the Mortar.
He's in trouble. He's very dead here.
To borrow time immediately, and they've got the multi-shot. That's probably not according to plan, because 5 heroes are there. You had the free lane, and instead you TP'd mid and died. That goes into the Battle Fury, but straight BKB. We know that Marcy's can be tough straight off the Unleash, and well, I'm not surprised to see that. Ace now going after Omar, has the help from Tofu, and they'll get the kill there onto the Tusk down bottom.
A bit of a different build from what we see, especially in China. Previous DPC Tour, offlane Marcy was very popular, going for...
as early as maybe like 9 minutes. Draccio getting chased. He's got the borrowed time. Eventually, he'll just pop that himself. Snowball coming in as well as the shards. That'll block him in. And now they've got the Mortimer's Kisses in. You'll get the damage coming out. It's a lot real quick onto the Abaddon. They also find a follow-up on a Tofu with Waning Rift. They've got the Illusory Orb, and one more right click will do it. Even dropping the Dream Coil, which is probably unnecessary.
He did not want to risk it. The missed chance from the squirrel inside the trees. That's how...
Act moves in this game. They'll look over, they'll try to get Ace. He's already got a BKB, so he'll go to the Unleash, unable to get the kill there onto the Undying thanks to the blocking of the shards, but he'll rebound out of the high ground, get the kill to Omar. They'll look over for the Undying, miss the stun, and he'll be able to TP out, so it's just one kill for the side of Gaming Gladiators as they continue to play across, deal with, but he's still above the Abaddon. Like, it's kind of surprising. I'm really shocked about where Duraccio's at, and Celery's going to die inside the trees.
Corey, very interesting build. I think it's time to go for Roche, because tag team is maxed out. They're also going to have Illusion Root.
Illusory Orb with the phase shift, he's able to walk away, and the fact that nobody dies in this situation is a little bit...
Celery's going to die. He's the one who saved him with Relocate, so someone has to die in the end. He tried to go on a Drow Ranger who still had Aegis for full 2.5 minutes before that fight, so Ace will need to choose his target a bit more carefully next time around. He's very strong once he uses Unleash, Basher plus a BKB. These are the items pretty much that you need. There's also BKB on Lesh that he didn't use, so they might be able to take another fight once the Aegis expires and the BKB is up.
Mortimer's Kisses right on top of Tofu. They get the kill on the Hoodwink, so Nefer gets credit for that one, and Duraccio immediately having that Aphotic Shield popped. Borrowed time just coming off cooldown, and now he'll TP away, but the cookie lands. They'll stop the TP, and this is looking like another kill on the Abaddon, and the game net worth-wise is even.
OT, with all the right moves pretty much. They're playing the map so
wrong. Now the odds actually favoring Ooredoo Thunders. I mean, that is...
I'd say the same thing. I feel like this Drow Ranger could easily take over the game, because he's been farming up extremely fast, and I like the item build that he's going for. BKB into Scotty next. Scotty against Abba, against Leshrak, healing from Io. This is Nefrit in a good spot to break the smoke.
Yeah, but he gets disposed for Staff
Wrong
Cookie
way.
back in the same direction. Bushwhack technically misses, but they're going to land the stun from Quinn. He'll pop the mech, he'll try to survive, but that's not happening. Where now Ace is on a dominating spree. Those shards don't block out Ace, but it does block the rest of his team from getting up out of the high ground. At least from those steps, and now they're going to pop the ult. Corey, over to the side, look for the Walrus Punch. Right click's coming in from the Drow. They go
good positioning from
Snowball.
TA2000.
Backline, they've got themselves the Dream Coil. They get the kill on Ace. They'll take out this Marcy. They'll get the kill on a Tofu. And now Celery, Duraccio, what can they do? They get themselves the kill on the Undying, but they're going to lose this IO. So now 3 heroes dead on the side of Gaming Gladiators with the borrowed
He's
time
not
running
getting out of
out.
this
There's
one.
no more sand in the hourglass for you, and there's no more life in your health bar either.
Man, TA2000, his positioning has been mastered here so far. Level 18, and a bit of a lag.
Outpost to be taken here, and well, they are starting to retreat back. They've got a couple of heroes nearby. Ace is going to go with the blink as well as the dispose.
Nice
Good job
dodge.
avoiding that Bushwhack with the snowball. Kisses in once again. Quinn's locked up with the BKB popped here by the Leshrac, going in on a TA2000, but he has a BKB of his own. Dream Coil on to 3. They'll take out as there goes Celery, and then goes Tofu. So they are losing heroes by the wayside as Duraccio trying to run in with the borrowed time, but there's still just not enough damage coming
That's
from
a
this
full
Abaddon.
team wipe incoming.
Quinn trying to TP out. Oh, just gets away, but Duraccio not so fortunate. And 4 heroes dead on the side of Gaming Gladiators, and Ooredoo Thunders keep it clean.
Omar did use a buyback. Io going for the same item build pretty much.
Ooh. They have some vision on these heroes, and, well, Celery's going to pop the mech. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses. They'll take the IO. Quinn's going to have to fight for his life, and, well, now deciding against it as he pops the BKB and TP's out. Losing that IO very early on. There's just nothing he can...
Gonna get out-farmed right now, controlling the jungle. I like this play. Let's see what they're gonna get out from it. Someone maybe needs to
Damage for the
TP.
Drow.
Someone might need to TP bottom to look like they're not gonna go for anything, that they're done with it. But DD Drow, as you said,
It's going to be a lot of damage.